Do the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America.
Good morning, everyone. It's like this.
I was Oh, you guys.
Yeah, we'll have to- And can I get you to approve the minutes from the last meeting?
I'll make a motion to approve the October 17th, 2022 minutes.
And I'll second them all in favor.
Aye. Didn't count anyways.
Okay, claims 1 through 206 in the amount of $433,522.17. The unpublished claims and payroll claims.
I'll make a motion to accept.
This is new.
Why can't you keep it consistent?
We're done with the last month's meeting.
I'll second.
Okay, thank you. All those in favor?
All right.
There you go. I'm just giving you a hard time. Reported collections as submitted,
Oh my God, it's the sheriff.
that's right.
I'll make a motion to accept.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
There you go. Review and acknowledge the clerk's monthly report for September.
Make a motion to accept.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
There you
We do that about Aaron.
go. Okay, okay, so I'm sorry, Scott. Okay. I don't know if you want to come up here where we can, the mics can pick up, you know, what you have to say.
I can just sit here.
Okay.
I
We
just
won't make you
came.
stay.
Huh?
We won't make you stay.
That's good.
It's easier sitting.
No, I just came, I've been working with Jason and Travis on my road and stuff, and I just want to speak about maybe trying to subsidize to help improve it. So they've done a great job working with me. We've worked on some ideas like calcium chloride. And I guess I'm a numbers guy, but calcium chloride works great, but you have to come back and treat it several times. So to do that road is gonna be around 19,000 in the next 3 years. But if I would subsidize the chip and seal and maybe even have to do it twice. Now, these are numbers that I got for 2022 costs, but it's about 11 grand to do a mile. Now, you still gotta get your base proper, right? And I understand there's challenges, but the base has to be proper, but you're spending 11 grand for a product that probably is gonna hold up a little bit better, maybe have 30% maintenance, so another 4,000 or 5,000, or you do the whole thing again, and you got a whole nother, we don't know what the price will be in 3 years, but say another 11,000. So now you got 22,000 in it twice, compared to a calcium chloride of almost 19,000. So my theory is maybe I could help subsidize to do that. So I would pick up the first time and pick up first time maintenance. So I would do the mile. Really, the mile is not to my house, but obviously you're gonna want to go to the bridge. You're not gonna want to have 3/4 of a mile strip of ground. So I would do that whole mile. And then I would pay the first maintenance. Is that from Bone or
So that would be from Cranes coming off of, all the way through,
to the bridge?
it goes to all over the bridge. And my theory on that, I don't expect you guys to experiment it. So maybe I experiment it and see if it works, and maybe it worked for somebody else. And maybe in theory, it saves money down the road on some of the roads. I mean, if you think about gravel, I mean, this is a number I got. Gravel per mile is about $20,000 to put a 3-inch base on. So gravel is expensive to put on the road too, you know. My theory is if I would help experiment it, maybe it works for you guys, and we get it on there and see what happens. So,
I know we have some other individuals that's interested in doing that same thing.
and would keep costs out of your hands
Right.
for that part of it.
And it's just a matter, I know the question was, are we gonna maintain it? Lifetime, some counties do.
And I get that, and that's something we have to cross, and I'd already spoke with Travis this morning is. Maybe when we cross that bridge, you know, and another guy's told me this too, it almost takes 2 coatings to get this thing going. And I get that, and maybe we cross that bridge when we get there, but. I mean, I'd be willing to do that. Just because there is a lot of traffic on there, you know where that road's at, and they're all cutting to the school that way. And it's, I mean, they're doing an awesome job. He's running his grader down all the time, keeping this first. But there's a lot of traffic. And I'd just like to help out to do it. So,
Is there any agriculture fields down there?
there is, yeah, Alan's got, he's got a little 20 here, and then Persian's Fields, he's got a little. Oh, there's probably 17.
No major. I mean,
Oh, no, there's no like 50. There's a couple of patches down there, 20 and there's a 5 over here, and I think there's 17 in this field.
My point.
Which I understand that.
It'll stay a lot better to keep the equipment on it.
And I get that, and he struggles getting in there, that's tight. You know? But no, I just thought I'd throw it to you guys and see what you think. And I don't expect it to be done tomorrow, this is a theory I threw out here that maybe sometime in the next year or something, maybe we can work on it. It's just something I thought about. And I've talked to Jason and talked to Travis about it, and they've done an awesome job. And I don't want to make nobody upset. I'm just trying to help out. That's what I'm doing.
Here's my 2 cents on between Jason, Travis, and Kent. Whatever we come up to, if we do proceed with this, we need to look at it anyway. Something that's on writing saying that county is going to maintain it, county not going to maintain it. Because there's been a lot of scenarios like this happen over the years that come back when the 3 of us aren't sitting here, those 2 aren't sitting there, he's not sitting there.
I see
Come
what you're
back and
saying.
say, well, they said, he said, she said,
Right.
with a handshake, and then all of a sudden we don't have anything to follow up on.
Well, I would agree to the mile right now on the 30% maintenance fee. So I mean, that's how he kind of threw it out. You're gonna have 30% of that break up. But then you gotta look at it is there enough broke up where let's just wait 3 years and put a code on it. You see what I mean? And then you take my supplement and then you're not out all that money, you know, so.
I'll leave Jason and those guys to negotiate that, and just whatever we come to terms with, I prefer it being documented. And maybe have a uniform form down the line, so when other people want to do this, can do this.
Right.
It's kind of standardized with what system we have.
Okay, it's a
Yeah,
good idea, so.
that'd be my only thing, is we can have something to fall back on.
Yeah, you wanna
Yes,
understand.
a lot of- no.
I understand,
Yeah,
so, no, I appreciate you guys' time, I just want to bring that up, so you thought about it. All right,
perfect.
thank you, appreciate it, thank you, thank you.
Is this something we can get Roger?
Yeah. Yeah.
Get Roger, maybe dive into some time and then we'll ready to take a look at it.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yes. And Scott, if you don't feel like sitting through the rest of the meeting.
Yeah.
We will not be offended.
Yeah. Thank you.
This is my take. Okay.
Get Roger.
We'll reach out to Roger at some point. Okay, let's move on. Right, the transfer request. County General Electric, Election Board. $125 from travel mileage to seminars and conference.
I'll make a motion to approve.
All second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Yeah. County General Auditor's Office postage, $1,000 to travel mileage.
I'll make a motion.
I will second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
3-0. County General Commissioners, equipment, 1,000 to liability insurance.
I'll make that motion to approve.
All second.
In favor?
Aye.
3-0. County General Ambulance, 1,300 from repair and maintenance to utilities.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
3-0. County General Jail, Fowles Lands clothing, in the amount of $493.23 to kitchen.
I'll make a motion to approve.
All second.
In favor?
Aye.
CEDA County Commissioner budget. So I guess we're taking $1,758.10 from economic development travel. $2,241.90 for donations to economic development dues, amount of $4,000.
More than that, we need some of that, we can
I may be going to one more meeting. I didn't go to a
Do you
meeting
want
this month.
to up the donations a little bit to cover that?
I don't know how much, I mean, it would be under $100 that I would need, so.
Okay,
Is there another line item? Maybe I
yeah,
can take that out of it.
so
Okay, we should be good.
I just want to make sure.
Yeah, I didn't go this month, but I may go
Okay.
next month. So unless they cancel. I'm sorry. So can I get a motion from one of you guys?
I'll make a motion.
And we're keeping the 4,000, correct?
Yes.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Hume reassessment, 4,000 from website to travel.
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
Favor?
Aye.
3-0. Infraction deferral, project holdover, $50 to prosecution of equipment.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
That was Favor?
Aye.
3-0. Lit public safety, sheriff's department, deputy 7, $1,006.80. Deputy 8, $3,666.80. An amount of $4,673.60 to overtime.
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
Favor?
Aye.
3-0. Additional appropriation request from Litz Public Safety Sheriff, admin of records in the amount of $2,200. As you can see, it was an error in the calculation of this line item that was approved by council, so.
Okay, I'll make the motion.
I'll second it. Those in favor?
Aye.
3-0. KJG Architect, do we have, anything on that, Ken, for the BOP agreement? Are we ready?
Did you get the additional? Yes.
Yes.
22, yes.
Try.
No, if that can go to the next meeting. For the architecture, and I'll have, at the next meeting, I'll have a memo on the entire process and recommendations on that agreement.
Capital asset reporting with Pearson Consulting. Contract amount $7,750. And so they'll be working with the auditor's office, gathering information. Our infrastructures, buildings, software, and other assets for annual reporting. You know that. Well, thank you, Kim, reviewed it, right? That contract. Have you reviewed?
I don't. You gotta send it to me. Do you wanna look at it real quick?
I'll make a motion to approve contingent on.
Okay.
I'll second.
Those in favor?
Aye.
I apologize.
I try to ask.
Thank you.
Okay, the retirement plan, I think there were some amendments to the,
14 pages.
yes. Yes. And it was pretty standard,
Yes, it's changes the law.
right? So can I get a motion from one of you guys to,
I'll make a motion to approve the changes.
I'll second.
all those in favor?
Aye.
The PHI CARES agreement, I did reach out to Jill and she was gonna try and get the information of what was used in Fountain County and the neighboring, but she didn't think that she would be able to get that information to us until after the meeting. So I will share it with all of you and then maybe we can. Sure.
Gar, do you have an idea of how many people PHI do, God? Close. 10, 15.
The rates are the same. It's not. It's not. Yes.
Probably, I don't know. Probably 10. Only 2 or 3 this summer. I do know that there was an individual in southern part of the county with flu that went to the hospital, blown out by, PHI or Staff Life, and they did see the benefit from that. So I mean, it basically paid for itself right there. It's what you want, but I know we've blown out a few other. 10, 15. The real boss back here. is about
Okay.
10, 15. So.
I should have just had her come up.
Yeah.
Never thought of it.
But
Okay. And now, so I understand this, even if you have insurance, they will pay your deductibles. If I have insurance, I've got $10,000 deductible.
yeah, I mean, whatever they'll bill your insurance and then whatever's left is basically written on it. I mean, they only get what they can.
And if you don't have insurance, it pays.
Pays all of it,
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to make sure the people who had insurance get the benefit also.
Right.
Yeah, they accept what insurance pays.
Now I'm hearing, and I've not heard anything, I don't know if Gary or Josh has heard, I've heard there was some federal legislation that came out that they put a cap on what they can charge. But I've not seen that documentation yet, so I don't know if that's a true. I know about 3 years ago, there was a push for support from the pre-hospital like us to not let that bill go through. But I never heard any more, but then I kind of been hearing the last couple of months that did go through. That there was a cap put on what they can charge. And then that was there, they couldn't charge any more than that amount.
Okay.
So, but so far, I've not had, I mean, we've never had anybody call in and concerned that they were, you know, the only thing we run into is what we said at the very beginning, is if another outside agency is flying, then that does not honor the work for them. You know, the
Right.
program, that's, and
Maybe Jill, because they handle that dispatch, right? They're
yeah,
kind of.
they could probably give us those numbers to know how many other, you know, what we use for outside agencies to fly.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Well, maybe,
I don't have a problem with it.
Right. And the number has stayed the same. Our households are up at the number, that we agreed upon. It's solid. So I'll make a motion to approve the $48,874 for the 2023 PHI care agreement.
I'll second.
all those in favor?
Aye.
Okay. USI, we have a few on-call things.
Morning.
Hi, good morning.
Ben Deere with USI Consultants, and we've got 3 on-call authorizations to proceed for your consideration. The first one is an engineering assessment for Bridge 66, and that is to help facilitate an application for LPA federal aid. State Street over Coal Creek. This will give you a good scope, a good cost, as a basis for your federal aid application, if you guys elect to do that. That LPA federal aid call is open now. It closes December 2nd. And so, if you want to apply for that bridge, it's a good idea that, in our opinion, to have a scope. So that is the first. And, that we're proposing a lump sum fee of $15,000. I'll just jump to each one here if you have questions. Then the next one is updates to your pavement asset management plan. This is a requirement by the state every year to have completed, to make yourself continue to be eligible for community crossings. So this is helping the highway make sure that is up to date and in the right format for LTAP. That one is a $4,000 not to exceed fee. And then the last is the 2023 community crossings support, scoping the projects, estimates, helping you through the application process. And if you're awarded, then the subsequent design, helping you with the bidding. And then we've suggested some limited construction inspection services, pretty similar to what we've done in the past. But again, this would be for 2023 community crossings. That one is $14,000 for the application support and bidding support, and then a not to exceed $35,000 for the construction inspection. So happy to answer any questions you might have, or Jason would have anything, but Katie could not be here today, so you get to instead.
Jason, do you have anything?
No, I spoke with, Katie pretty extensively on this stuff. It's no different than what we've been using in the past. I just want to have something in writing, you know. Or at least for you guys to mull over.
Well, I don't have a problem with it, and like you said, Ben said, the one that we have to have, and if we want to move forward on updating, you know, our bridges and roads,
Yeah, I
I
don't,
think we need to move forward on this.
Oh,
yeah, I appreciate all the support you as I, Ben and team has been to us, so. I'll make a motion to approve all three.
1 second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
3-0.
Thank you. I should have started with that. Thank you for the work that you've given us, and we don't take it lightly. We're here to help you any way we can. Thank you.
Thank you.
Then I'll get these signed, so if you need to get, I didn't know if you were hanging around or not,
Sure,
but we'll
yeah.
make sure you get a copy.
Scan's fine.
Okay,
Very well, thanks.
thank you. Okay, smart contractors, this is an estimate for just snow removal
And so.
and salt, okay. So,
This till December 31 with current.
right, so do you wanna go ahead and? Did you wanna table this until December, or do you wanna go ahead and,
Well, I've contacted Smarts and said that there's new ownership,
okay,
so they don't know what's going on. I told them to do, it's good.
Participation, it's just.
I'll make a motion, that we approve that resolution. It's a pretty nice thing to do.
Yep, I'll second.
all those in favor?
Aye.
3-0. Resolution 2022-38 for the commissioner to approve the transfer of county property by sale to the Indiana Municipal Power Agency for Solar Park Development. Kent, did you have any words on that?
No, that's a part of the statute where the two governmental entities, which INPA is statutorily a governmental entity. The two governments can work together and negotiate terms for the sale of some property. This is property around Bearswood for INPA wants to purchase their development. So this is just both entities have to pass reciprocal resolutions. And then also, I would recommend that you approve the real estate purchase agreement after the approval resolution.
I have a real estate purchase agreement. I think I said, I was saying, I just didn't put it on the agenda, because I thought I had to be separate.
Any questions? Anybody?
Okay. Is there any questions from anybody that's here today on this transfer? Hearing none. Council, do you have any comments?
No, thanks. I just, it's the property that we originally built on, right?
10 acres right next to recycle.
Right.
So the waste land, help Petersburg out, the electricity will not go directly into Petersburg, but they will get a reduced rate on what that produces for Petersburg. Just like Wayne Town and
Right.
everybody else, I mean, Crawfordsville's got a huge solar park outside, and it's in.
Don't see.
No, it actually will be improved. It'll look very nice.
We get the first.
Yes, and we got first option to buy it back. Say INPA in 20 years says we're done, county has first option.
You're ready to let you know.
Well, that's actually third, it might be a 30, 10, or how long is it? Yeah.
It's in there.
Yeah, I believe it's 30 years. At any time we have, we're all no longer on this earth, the county will have first opportunity to buy it back.
Yeah.
Seven, six. 6,000 an acre.
That's 10, right?
Yeah, right out there. They'll have to officially survey it off. Right out there.
All right, you want
Okay, any other comments?
If we buy it back, what would be the price? The same price?
No, it depends on the year, it's built in the contract, so many percent per year. But just like the land would go up a little bit each year possibly. So it's in there. No, that's in there. They remove everything. They put it back as is. Yep.
Okay, I guess no other comments on this.
I'll make a motion to accept resolution 2238.
I'll second,
All those in favor? Aye. Very good.
and I'll turn around and make the motion to accept the purchase agreement for this piece of property.
Okay,
I'll second.
all those in favor?
Aye.
Very good. Okay. Holiday schedule for 2023. Colleen sent this to us to review. I think there's 14 holidays. No election next year, you know, usually when election, there's a couple additional days, I think, on there. So the commissioners are okay with this schedule.
Make a motion to accept.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. 3-0. Okay. I noticed you came in, what is your name?
Game time.
Okay, and you had called me the other day regarding some property, south or north of here, sorry. Directions.
I have no idea. Not good.
Enter.
Yes.
Do you want to come up here and sit and let us know, or if you want to show them on the map what you're talking about when you got out there the other day, you expressed some concern about the road that was not being maintained. If you just over here is fine.
Well, they don't service my street. It's up here. And you can see it right there. And.
Jason.
I'm not gonna be able. But it's no. $83.
You can't, okay, so this is Riverside. So on, this is an overlay map that some point in time, there was all these little sections divided out, like Riverside was gonna expand into these lots. When we look on the state's website, right, correct me if I'm wrong, our inventory list, our road stops here. Where his driveway has come back here. Jason and Travis both, I think. They have been back here. I think they've tried to help as much as they can. They can't get a vehicle because the trees are so overgrown. His fight is he can't get back to his lane. Our fight is it's off of our inventory list. I don't ever know what was done on Railroad Street before, how all these main streets, how they were ever situated, but when we look on the state side, it's off inventory. So we stopped maintaining here. He claims that this was a county maintained road at some point in time.
Yeah, I mean, it's at the county's discretion on how they maintain their roads and allocate all the. But apparently at some point, a decision was made to abandon that, whether it's still public right of way is a different issue, from whether it's maintained.
I think in some cases, they didn't even realize that somebody came back there one time and said, he didn't even know there was a house back there. Mailman comes here, they're not gonna come down. And say there's plots here that if this wasn't small, you're gonna say that they're gonna be longer. Red guns are coming. Yeah,
Riverside Road running right here, 1400s down here.
Yeah.
This is Railroad Street, up in here, and then it supposedly wrapped around back in the day somehow.
You ever remember doing anything with that or maintaining it? Well, we stopped at different places there. And they're working, funded by the state. We stopped there, so. That's what happened.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're private property,
that's
the personal landowner.
Right, well, yeah, so I don't know whatever happened in the scenario, but did you own all of this?
I'm not sure the ones that I own.
This is your place right here.
But these are set up where, like, they could be sold individually.
Yes, that's why I don't know who owns
Yeah,
this now.
and so. They're gonna come down my driveway to get to all of these things, no, this is.
Well, I think this was abandoned, it seemed like back at whatever time.
They're abandoned, I think that was.
Yeah.
Just to cut, no.
And when they're
no
abandoned,
loose ends.
yeah.
They didn't want somebody moving in with a kennel of dogs. Yeah.
Right.
What we used to do is that if they want to put it back on the road, they had, the owner would clear it out and get it back in condition, which would be approved by the highway, and then they would take it back in.
That's not even ours to begin with.
Yeah. They get this tax service over here, it doesn't take.
I can't remember that plan.
I'm just getting concerned now that the ambulance won't be able to get in and whatever. couch and stuff like that, and we getting out. Now, there's a whole bunch of folders in here.
So,
It's written in that whole. I don't even know if it's a box, it might be a box, that's. If it's plain length, they never have to put it again.
If it's a private lane, then it's basically not the county's responsibility.
Want to get a copy of that and then.
If it is a private lane, that's what needs to be used.
It's three.
Yeah, but that is what shows on the screen.
And my neighbor, he would be in my lane.
well, this is railroad right here,
Yeah.
and yeah, between the two, it's fine here.
So we're trying to explain in Beaversburg, right? We, in Beaversburg, right, we've got streets marked, but there's 100-year-old trees in the middle of these streets. They've never been maintained, or it just doesn't, in the case that the county wants to, or the city wants to, they can.
Originally, they were laid out.
Laid out, yeah.
Well, I have streets, we've had that trouble in Stone Bluff. we've had
Yes,
all-
gates, everywhere.
We've had all over the county, we've had a problem, they were laid out the streets, but never made streets. I mean, I haven't found it, so that's really an old man here. I don't remember.
Yeah, right, right. And I get it, sir, I absolutely get it. But
You might need to hang around and get a copy of that and then see if the assessor and auditor's office maybe make heads or tails of what information they have, so that moving forward, if the county, if you want the road open again, there is a process to go through to get that done. You know, otherwise it's just gonna take some time to get to the bottom of what you're wanting. We'll give your information.
Yes, that's good, probably.
Yes.
I find out what you've been.
Yeah, she may have some more information on, I'm hearing that the state maybe doesn't have a date of when it's closed, but this is gonna take some time. They might be able to see the number.
So. That's where this. I think because this.
My dad.
Yeah.
Hard to shake it, so
No, that's great.
it's been in my style.
Should be right back to you.
So if you want to have a seat,
It will.
so we'll, they will find.
That's pretty frustrating.
Kim will get a copy of that and got your contact information, so you know, you don't want to stay around for the rest of the meeting. It's gonna take some time for us to gather the information that we need.
Like, I mean, talking about.
I don't know about your colleagues. We might have a couple of weeks.
Oh, right.
Okay. Kim wants to get a copy of that for you. Get a copy of that now. You're welcome to have a seat, stick around.
Face right now. Then you want to avoid the conversation. Maybe I don't know, I can't, without, maybe.
Should bring it back to you.
Garth, here we go.
My turn now?
It is your turn.
My boss is going to speak, so. So anyway, have Carrie here, go with it. So we got a phone call from a company called Insure. And this company helps with, tracking down insurances. Right now, one of the challenges we're facing right now is, we transport a patient to the hospital. The hospital does what they call a quick register, and there's no information on it. And then it's a challenge for her to trace it down. So with that being said, I'm gonna kind of let her do her spill on this program. I think it's worth the time to do it, but like I said, we'll let her present it. If you got any questions, I'll try to answer them.
Okay, good morning. So basically, the program, it scrubs like all the different like credit bureaus, everything to get as much information. If our crews go out, they misspell a name, they have a birth date wrong or whatever, it'll correct all of that and give me the insurance information. In the little packet I gave you, like you'll see like what they're saying by the numbers I gave them, what they think they can help us get over a course. They're saying like $100,000 in a year's time by using their program.
They have one.
They have our numbers. Yes, they, I had a whole, and I,
Is that $100,000, the amount that we're supposedly not getting from not being able to
Yes.
follow through with it? Okay,
Yes.
so that's basically unclaimed.
non-claim, yes. That is, they have a thing with deductible management too. They're saying they can get a lot from that as well. The program is pricey. By my figurings, if I can get 2 people's insurance a month, it'll pay for it. And any more than that will be profit. I kind of went through the numbers for August and September. I have 15 in August that I still don't have insurance for. And 18 for September. I mail out a form for people to fill out and send back to me. I don't hear back from a lot of them. I'm not getting them from hospitals. It's a huge process. I have to have 3 points for them to give it, like name, address, phone number, name, address, birth date. I don't always have that correct information.
This $7,200 is what we're talking for the annual fee.
Yeah.
Yes. This, yes, 7188.
$599 a month.
$588 a month,
That's what we're doing.
right?
So what we want to try to do is we want to do a trial.
Yeah, right, that's what my, there's
Yeah.
1 year.
Yeah, so what we got is where there's like, I think 50 claims we want to send to them right now. They're gonna run that and they're gonna send us, start back showing how many of those they got. If it's like 10, then we're not gonna do the program. If it's like 40, 30, 40, we look at the numbers and it's gonna be worth it, then that's where we want to come back and present to you. We're gonna present this to the council. Moving forward with this, we want to do this for next year.
Well, I can't imagine they're gonna throw some crazy number like this and only get 10,000. I mean,
Right.
I'm not expecting them to get this 105, but
Right?
And
if they
even,
have that, it's still.
even at that, it's a 1-year contract, but we have a 60-day grace period. So if I run batches for like the 2 months and we're like, never mind, we're not seeing it, we can get out of our contract without anything.
That's what they're saying, but we may have to review that and make sure that's in there. Also, they said we could also get down to, if we get to November, let's say we do it for 2023. And I get to November and I don't see the turnover, as long as we give them a 60-day notice, 60-day notice, we can get out of the contract. They wanted to do a 2-year contract. I said, we don't do 2-year, we only do 1-year contracts. So then they didn't see the issue with that. But I need Kent to review, make sure that's all in there first, if we go with this. I want to do the trial first to make sure, but I think they've been on it, they've been bugging us for the last 2 or 3 years, and we're just now finding more and more hospitals are not giving us the information. It's almost like snail mail.
Yeah, I used to be able to get it pretty easy from hospitals, so I didn't feel like this was beneficial at all, because I just made a phone call, sent a fax. But now it's not that way anymore. I'm getting quick registers, and then when I call the hospital and ask for an updated face sheet, I'm getting the exact same face sheet I already had that has no information. You know, or I don't have quite enough information on a patient, like when we fly somebody is a great example. Well, St. Vincent in Indianapolis, if we fly them there, they will not give me the insurance information because we did not transport the patient there, even though we initiated the flight. So it's really hard when, you know, we fly them.
The other
So-
issue we're finding is like, so we have a process, you know, we send out a letter requesting insurance information, we don't get anything, then we start into the process to send a letter, you know, comply with this, and it goes on to, you know, a collection agency. We have done that, and we'll get a phone call back from them where they have reached out to the patient, and they say, we did have insurance. And then it kind of puts us in a pickle on getting the money. This would help eliminate a lot of that.
Get past the timely filing, so once it goes to collections, I'm past the timely filing, I'm billing insurance. So,
So in the business world, the ROI on that is crazy good. I don't really.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, it's really no brainer. Yeah.
So we just want to bring it to you. We're going to try the trial. We're going to bring it to the council on Monday too. You know, and let them see. And then if I talked with Colleen, you know, we're looking at, they want to start like in December. I was trying to push it to January, but I don't know
That's all that I did.
where we're at, you know, money, what, I'll have to talk with them. If we do move forward, maybe we can do this in December. So.
Good, if you need our approval to keep rolling, I'll make a motion to approve that and let you guys keep working with that, take to council. I don't foresee any issues with that at all, though.
I'll say.
All those in favor?
Aye.
For your- okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Don't have anything else, so we got the ambulances ordered, we're supposed to be here in about, I don't know, 4 or 5 weeks to go through the final drawings and that. There is some discussion, and I'll talk to council more. There's a third ambulance that I really would like to remount. I talked to Jim Lee a little bit about it. And he wanted me to just kind of get a rough estimate of what it would cost to remount. I've got that in the process right now to figure out what that's gonna be. The Coop catch is gonna be, the chassis are still 12 to 14 months out. Which is gonna push that into probably potentially 2024. Means there'll be 3 ambulances all in 2024. Now, he did say the other day, he did have a meeting with Ford. They are looking at, there could be some reprieve, maybe some openings up in April, May, huge release of the trucks. So fingers crossed if that's the case, then some of this may, speed up a little bit, but I would like to remount a third ambulance, which is working on the cost and pricing on that. So, and I need to get with Kent on how we got to do that. If we do through a bid process or how, I think we do. I think Kent and I talked about this before, so. But other than that, anything else? The big thing was this, trying to work this through, trying to get more money, I guess, when I say.
The ROI didn't even constitute the fact that time she'll save.
Yeah,
Dealing with it.
and that's the thing we run into is she's spending like 5 or 30, 60 minutes.
Yeah, right.
Trying to chase this stuff down. And fortunately, the hospitals are really dragging their feet on us. And then you run into time of finding by the time she gets all the paperwork. Anything else?
Nope.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Sarah, are you back there? No. Jason, I guess you're up. Again.
Again,
I'm not seeing you.
Friday, I was contacted by Preston Nails. He is with PMD Films. And he was requesting a road closure of Bone Break Road, November 19th between the hours of 2 and 6 p.m. That's a Saturday. They are going to be filming a kind of a rolling shoot, it says here, for commercial for Big Rig Coffee. I have the information I just received this morning, so I didn't print out, but it's calling for anybody wants to look at it. I have no problem with that. It'll be Saturday afternoon. I told him we could bring out road closed signs. His group would be more than happy to put them up and take them down. They are going to be contacting all residents along Golden Break, either by mail or in person. As soon as we get this, if you guys are okay with it.
Where they want to close it, please?
It'll be between Ghost Hollow Road and Crazy Man's. Oh, road. They're just doing a shoot down the new blacktop.
Right.
What was the date?
It'd be November 19th
How long is it?
from 2 to 6 p.m.
There's a house on that road. Right, most of the houses in that road are right there.
Right there in that area.
Yeah, on the north side of the road.
Yeah.
As long as they get a hold of everybody.
Yeah, I didn't see an issue with it as long as they're going to contact the residents. If you guys need any more information, I'll just say this. He did ask something about compensation for county. He had talked to the state. They didn't need anything. I didn't feel that was necessary. Us.
Yeah,
I told him.
I have no idea what to charge or anything.
Yeah.
I'm sure other counties charge.
I'm sure they have set amounts for
They
if
do,
you
yeah.
do this, then it costs us, but if we don't have anything
Very
close.
Very low price.
That's just so not costing until you own power and
Right.
Any damages they would be liable for, they have liability insurance certificate that they'll send us, was we say it's okay. So you guys are okay with that? Would you like to copy that? The only other thing is we had a couple employees that were not CDL certified, so we had discussed with the council. Dudley had pointed us towards Warren County to the Learning Center. We were able to get those guys up to the Learning Center, and it's no cost to the county, no cost to them. They take a 4-week course in Indianapolis to get their Class A. If they are approved, that goes through qualifications and stuff. The only thing I was wondering would be about instead of having a truck sitting in Indianapolis 5 days a week for 4 weeks straight, any kind of compensation on fuel money, some sort of initiative. Mileage, yeah, I didn't know.
We do have some mileage.
The only cost they would be out would be their food and their fuel. So I didn't know if we could possibly do something.
Do you have anything in your line items for meals and
We
travel? I
we
know
have-
you're. I didn't know if we could transfer maybe some money into those line items to reimburse them.
That's okay.
You know, I don't have a problem.
That's only gonna get tougher. That's what CDL world is.
Yeah, so, they were concerned about their pay being stopped for that 4 weeks. I told them that would be doing that for us. So,
Oh, yeah.
It's no difference in going to a conference, you know, you're still being paid for the hours.
I should calling them just if they need to track their mileage, just through the form.
Or even their time, you know, if it goes past, I think there's some stipulations there, but.
right, well, it is a good resource. They have many vocational classes there, so and it's no cost to the county.
There is, I talked to a guy, every so often, they do come to Ivy Tech and Lafayette too. I talked to that guy on behalf of the school a couple weeks ago. Lafayette's a lot more convenient.
They they can obviously come home on the weekend, but they have to pay, yeah. Anything, so that's all I have. to do. Anything? We-
Thank you.
Thank you. Is Jenny or Eric?
Eric Harrison.
Okay,
I'll be short and sweet. We did go to show. It's still. Nothing. That we can do that we haven't already done there. Other than that, we did good drive by there, so. Do you have anything for us?
I don't
No.
Did we follow up with the stone wall? And that's in, right, yeah.
Yeah, we just have to have the title, that's. A property for. Yeah, it's a building law.
Okay,
So,
I just want to be sure, but they said they were, it's something more about. Thank you.
Thank you, Eric. Paula here. Okay.
Well, Eric, I was gonna just say publicly that the bank down on 234 property has offered the property to Fountain County, and Kent's looking into it. Instead of paying the fines, they'll just transfer it over to us and we can sell it. And one of the stipulations in the, whoever buys it is that they have to tear the buildings down. They cannot leave, they're unfit.
Yeah, so we'll remove all the delinquencies and everything and they'll just. Okay.
What amount is it? You mean?
The fines.
Yeah.
Astronomical, but it's a lot. But it's good just to get rid of the problem.
Yeah, sure.
They've done this a year, they could have this a year ago. So. And the only other thing I guess was the proceeds of that property. We could use to pay the attorney fees that we've racked up over it. I mean, I don't know where that money goes. Say it's $30,000, $40,000. Just county general or general, because we really need to set something up for the health department to have attorney representation, because I mean, this is.
Attorney fees would be part of the award. Of course, so that would be.
Okay.
Yeah, plus, I mean, consideration of our time that we've spent.
Yeah, I know. Yep,
But that's
but it's a win.
That is a big.
Yep. Yep, you guys are next one job.
Couple nice
Yep.
wins on that department.
Okay.
All right.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yep, Josh, do you have anything for us?
I talked to you last time about the new pathologist. We have since gone back to, and I don't mean to say our old pathologist, because he is a different company. The guy is no longer doing autopsies at all, but there's a female pathologist, she's awesome. Very personable, and she comes to us, we don't have to meet the other person halfway and take it. So they'll come back to us. I'm holding one for the VA, had it for 9 days. He has no family, but the VA process to get somebody buried is very, very difficult. So they're working on that, so we're just keeping them in our care. I'm sure there was something else that been ready. Not that I've been very good.
Well, you know where to find
Yeah.
us or how to reach us. Okay, thanks, Josh. Okay, Joe?
Yeah, all I got is a kind of reminder for this Thursday. We have our EMA or the LATC meeting soon. And the EMA board meeting is 4 o'clock.
It's in my calendar. I got it.
That it? All right, thank you. Greg, did you have anything for landfill? Sweet. You guys have anything else?
The county farm.
We're, I just check in with Roger as soon as we have the legal description for the 17.5 acres. We can go ahead and So is that, on the survey or? The surveys are all backed up. Okay. We're waiting on a survey on the county farm. We talked about 234 the old jail. Can Cones and Lily, do they have possession of that already, or?
It's been transferred. We need to have the Rogers also working on a description to identify the small area where the tower is to be reconveyed back to the county and remain in the county property.
Tear it down. Yeah. Okay,
Okay,
that's it.
that's all you have?
There, I just, gotta get that quick. You're talking about the solar farm. That property. The pile of concrete, debris and stuff, left over in the landfill that's out front there. That's not gonna be part of that, right? Part of that.
41, yeah.
I mean, it won't be part of the solar farm sale, will it?
Yeah, they'll clean that all up. It'll be a way to get it cleaned up.
That's what I'm asking, is if you're gonna sell that too, then that would need to be cleaned up.
Yeah,
Because we're gonna have to, we're gonna have to clean it up this way. If you're selling that property, then,
If they take it, they can do all.
but I don't know where that property, is that gonna be part of the property then? So the only thing that the county owned will be the landfill road.
And that, and it's gonna get surveyed too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll all be surveyed off, yeah, the way I see it, it'll go 41 to the.
Well, there's a map, and they sent us a projection,
Yes.
it was in an email.
But what I'm getting to is if it's not included in that, we need to do something because we're gonna have to clean that up.
Right, no,
Yeah,
And we won't have any place to clean it up.
this map will help.
great, I thought that was a great way to get that cleaned up and not cost the county anything.
Yes.
They just.
That's fine. Here, so they're gonna, that doesn't happen.
Train, but it's got something
We've got.
real close to that, they can tie it and
I can
put it in the line. That's why they.
Yes.
Little hand is-
This white area you've got marked off, they would purchase for access. That would be a problem. Yeah. We just have to work like. But I see there's extra land here.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, I got it.
Yes.
On the smart contractor deal, is that amount each time they come?
Yes. Yeah.
And, yeah,
Yeah.
and there's a. They only come if there's
Like.
2
And,
inches.
yeah, inches or whatever. And basically, if Rick at this point, who knows how long Rick might retire tomorrow. You never know. If he can't blow it off, if he's back over, they come.
So he makes that determination.
Yeah. Well, it piles up. Yeah, if they clean it, it piles up, yeah. But I'm telling you, there is no one else in this area willing to do it. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, there was a scenario where they were here.
There was one day I never came twice.
And I know there was some concern that it wasn't perfect every time, but I think with experience, it'll get there.
Okay, anything else? If not,
I'll make a motion for it.
okay,
All second.
all those in favor?
Aye.
3-0. Thank you, everyone.
I'm good.